More than smoke, cash in the trade with the truth we hold. Dark telling dark, real men talk about the weight on they souls. More than smoke, cast that light, but we don't hide when the days feel cold. More than smoke, we burn it down so we can build back whole. It's just more than smoke.
Yo, what's going on? Good afternoon. Welcome to another episode of More Than the Smoke, where status disappears but the smoke stays the same. I am your host, Jamon. What is good, everybody in cigar land? How about that? Yes, welcome to another episode. Today, what are we gonna talk about? We're gonna talk about. I got a nice cigar here that I smoked before, but because I was talking on the phone at the time, I wasn't able to give this cigar a real honest rating and feedback. Again, I was talking on the phone, so I really wasn't able to talk about it and see how it felt, how it tasted, and all that good stuff. So I purchased another one, and I'm gonna do it again. What are we talking about today? Today's title is, I think it's called The Middle. I'm going to talk a little bit about it and hope someone who comes across the channel gets something out of it. Again, this is going to be this will count as, give me 1 second, this is going to count as episode This is going to be episode 9, session 8. All right, and I'm calling it The Middle. I'm gonna explain what that is, and so that's what we're doing here. A couple of house rules, or what do we say? Yeah, a couple of house rules or whatever. I'm calling it house rules, but probably that's not the name for it. Just a couple of things here. I've said it on previous episodes. If you are new to the channel, if you have come across this channel and you've been enjoying the content, you've heard me say this a couple of times. What determines the length of this this session is how long it takes me to smoke a stick. So today's stick is the La Gloria Cuban or Cuban Series R, Mexican San Andreas. I'm reading from ChatGPT in terms of what it has provided for me on this cigar. It is a Mexican San Andreas wrapper, Nicaraguan binder, Dominican Nicaraguan filler, medium to full strength, medium full body, Dominican Republic. It's from the Dominican Republic. And so I smoked this, like I said, smoked this cigar before, but wasn't able to give it a fair critique in terms of, how it felt, how it tasted, and how whether or not I even enjoyed it, because I was talking to my brother on the phone. So let me go ahead and I want to get into this. I'm going to, again, this is what I am smoking on, right? You can see that, all right. The La Gloria Cuban Series R. It doesn't say. Someone probably could tell me in the comments who makes this. Man, what's the name? Didn't tell me that, did it? It did not. Oh well, doesn't matter. I will say this: Series R. It has another type of Series, a Series S. I think the Series S is a Maduro. So that I don't think this necessarily makes this a Connecticut. I'm not sure. Because it's a medium medium to full. I don't know. Let's see. Wrapper, Connecticut, Habano, Coro. Okay, yeah. Doesn't matter. Just doesn't matter. Let me go ahead and cut this. I'm using a V-cut because I got somewhere to be, and so I want to get into this content. Let me adjust my phone here. Oh yeah, that's not what I wanted that. Yeah, here we go. All right. Let me see here. All right, so yeah, I'm using a V-cut. I'm gonna try to just cut it one time, see what kind of air I get out of it. Nah, I'm gonna have to cut that twice. All right, as I've said before, sometimes I don't cut. I got this off of a guy I follow on YouTube. He cuts it like a cross, and that increases the air sometimes. Or makes the draw, the pull a little easier. Anyway, it's all good. So again, what determines the length of the video is how long it takes me to smoke this cigar, and if I'm enjoying it, how I usually rate my cigars is I'm not obviously I'm not an aficionado. I have not been in the culture long, but in the time length that I have been in the culture, I've learned a lot. I've been enjoying it immensely, and I'm learning a lot. I guess to say I'm learning a lot, and what I'm learning is about my experiences with the different sticks. For instance, today I should have grabbed that and brought it anyway. Today I went to a new B&M down in near, I guess, West Atlanta. Yeah, near West Atlanta or in West Atlanta. West Side Cigars ATL. Shout out to the owners and the proprietors of that beautiful establishment. I enjoyed it. They got cigars down there I had never seen before. One in particular is considered. I went to ChatGPT and it kind of gave me because I forgot what how the lady who sold me this particular stick, how she kind of explained it. It is Connecticut on the foot, Habano, I'm assuming, Habano, some spice on the middle third, and on the final third, it is a Maduro. The color of the stick is beautiful. You know what? I'm gonna go and grab that stick because I'm not gonna smoke it. Obviously, I'm not gonna smoke it this episode, but I'm gonna smoke it on another episode, and so I'll talk about it again. I'll be right back. All right, and we are back. So let me just go ahead and show you this stick. This is a beautiful stick, right? So let me kind of show this. Connecticut, Habano, Maduro. Picked this up at West Side Cigars, Atlanta, ATL. Again, shout out to the beautiful people there. Beautiful area where they are located. In a sec here, I will give I'll give the address in case you are in the Atlanta area, and you can go by and visit them. Now look at that. How is that? I didn't. Wow. All right. Well, I thought they would have a address, and I'm assuming they do. I'm looking at the Google thing here. Man. Here we go. Here we go. 1010. It seemed. Let me see. Garden room. See, lime green container. Container next to the garden room behind the big white tent. Okay, this might be wrong. This might be wrong. I'm trying to just give a short shout out to this establishment, this brick and mortar, which I had a good time at. I definitely look forward to going back. Again, these guys have some sticks I had never seen before. I bought 3 cigars. This one being one of them, and then I bought 2 others that I've never smoked before, and so I'm looking forward to smoking that. The address that is on here, it may be it's either the official address or it may be an adjacent address of a building that's right next to it because where West Side Cigars sits, it is next to some big like warehouses that are like right behind it right on the side of it. So the address that I have here is 1010 White Street, Southwest, Atlanta, Georgia, 30310. Go and check them out. West Side Cigars, ATL. I watched an episode of Cigar Life Bank's podcast on YouTube, and he was interviewing them, and I was like, yo, I got to get over there and stuff. And so of the few places, and I've only been to like 3 places that I frequent, that is definitely a new location, new B&M that I will be frequenting as well. All right, let me get into this. Let me get into this La Gloria, and we're gonna talk a little bit. I'm gonna talk a little bit. Again, the title of this episode is The Middle, talking about the middle. And so yeah, let me just light up here. I look forward to the time when I can have some music playing in the background that is, or actually I have music playing on the videos. Yeah, the music will be playing on the video on the particular episode, this episode, because that's what I'm still. That's what I'm currently working on in post production. All right, so we're gonna get into this a little bit, and I might be back too far, up too close. I don't know. Anyway, we're gonna get into this, and then I'm gonna get on, do what I need to do because I got somewhere to be in a little while. So let me see. I'm gonna try to move this back so I can get up closer. All right. All right. So the middle. What are we talking about? What am I talking about when I say the middle? Shout out. Let me give my little shout outs. Let me give my shout out. So I gave a shout out to West Side Cigars, ATL. I'm gonna do this. And I don't know. My hope is, a brother ain't trying to go viral. Ain't even nothing like that. I just want to give credit where credit is due. And I think about this individual. I have shouted out this individual and will continue probably to shout out this individual before I do my episodes or before I do my content. I think about this guy somewhere during the week when I'm watching YouTube, watching some YouTube videos or whatever. One of his videos will pop up. Here we go. One of his videos will pop up, and I may or may not watch it, but just to see it is encouraging to me because I know whether I watch it or not, I know that this brother is saying some encouraging things. I know that he is consistent, and he is a definite inspiration to me, and that is shout out to my man. It's Just Storm on YouTube. If you've never come across his content, pull him up. He is just an immense source of inspiration, giving shout outs and encouragement to small time content creators such as myself and many others, encouraging us to stay consistent, encouraging us to make this content, encouraging us to reach for our goals, whatever it is. As a small content creator, he is giving consistent, every day, every week, every month, encouragement, and I'm grateful for him. Period. I'm grateful for him, and so shout out to you, sir. Once again, I'm here, and it's just because of the thought of you that I thought then about what today's episode would be about, and where I'm coming from, right? So when I say the middle, here's what I'm saying: where I'm at in the middle. So far, since I've been, I'm still currently at the time of this episode session. This is episode 9, session 8. Meaning I've created 8 videos, right? My channel is currently still unlisted at the time of the making of this episode. Okay, I gotta doctor this up. Let's see. I'm not getting what I want on this, so I gotta doctor this up. Let's see what I can do. I need that draw to be better. I found that sometimes, I don't know, if you turn it, right? You turn it if you while you're drawing on a cigar. If you turn it, you find pockets, or at least say I found pockets within the cigar that the pull, the draw is better. So that's what I'm searching for right now. Let me try to establish that and then get into this. But now at the same time, I guess I gotta chill out because I don't want this thing to get too hot. Anyway, so the middle. At the time of this video, the channel is still unlisted. I work 9 to 5, no, not 9 to 5. I work during the week, and so I'm not able to necessarily do any kind of post production work like I really want to during the week. So I do it on the weekend, plus making the week's episode for the channel and everything. I'm endeavoring to do more when I can do more. Anyway, this last week was a slightly challenging week, and I don't I don't want to. Here's what I'm gonna try not to do. I'm gonna try to just stay current with what I'm trying to, what little bit I'm trying to talk about, and then the next episode, I'll go into something even more that is related to this video, the middle. Last week was challenging, and I had to pivot. That's what I'm going to say there. I had to pivot with in a direction that I was in. A person I was working with, I had to pivot. And like I said, the next video, I'll talk more about that. I think the title of that is going to be Know When to Pivot, but I'm not, again, talking about that today. What I am talking about is the middle. And what I'm getting at in talking about that is I've created 8 videos now. Yeah, 9 episodes, 8 videos. Yeah, 8 videos. So, 8 sessions. And I'm currently still working on putting in what am I in? I am in CapCut. I believe I'm in CapCut, and I'm putting all of the pieces together for the template of the music and the disclaimer and all that stuff that will play. This is big to me. So to somebody else, if you've done this before, man, I'm speaking elementary. My description of this, or my expression of, or sharing of this, is elementary. You've done this before. It's new to me, and I'm proud of myself and how far I've come. And so I'm in CapCut. I'm putting all the pieces together. What music, the still visual. I'm doing everything for the free. So I ain't got cash like that to be investing in CapCut and buying getting the paid version and the paid version of Canva and all that. I ain't got it like that yet. So I'm using everything for the free. But I'm grateful for what little bit I have learned, and I'm using ChatGPT as well to show me how to navigate through those various platforms. And so on CapCut, I am putting everything together. The music, how I want the music where I want the music to be located, where the disclaimer is going to come in, or disclaimer, is that the disclaimer? Yeah, the disclaimer is going to come in, and then in there is also going to be the background music and all that kind of stuff. So, man, this is huge for me. I've come so far, and yet where I'm talking about the middle is the sense that I started this, right? I started this. This is today's date is not important, but I'm gonna tell it anyway. So today is March 28th, 2026, right? It's Saturday, and Saturday evening, early evening, and from where I started, right, with this channel, and it again being unlisted. Who knows? Somebody in the comments may say, "Oh, you should have just went on and started and just do an episode every week and just go live, or make the channel public." My goal was to create momentum. That's my goal. That was my goal in this, was to create momentum, because sometimes in the past, what has been my problem was I would get excited about something, I'd start something, and then somewhere towards the middle, I get distracted, or I get discouraged. Life get to life in whatever. I lose the momentum, and then I end up quitting. I don't follow through. So I want to create momentum. So my goal was to create at least 5 episodes, at least 5 sessions. I call these times, your time with me, a session, like a smoking session. Now, I say I don't want to, but I think I'm going to punch this. I think I might just need to cut it differently. I probably should have used the guillotine cut, and I might have gotten a different. I might have gotten a different experience. So I don't know. We're gonna see. All right. So let's see. Much better. All right. So I should have used the guillotine. That's what I should have used, but it's all good. Okay. Good save. Good save. All right. So the middle, right? I get to the middle and I get discouraged. You know, I'm looking at the wrong things in terms of past times when I've tried to, when I got on YouTube and was trying to create a channel or whatever, and I'm looking at the wrong things, analytics. Or not even analytics. I'm looking at, oh man, nobody's watching my videos or whatever, and I got discouraged and I quit. Well, this time I wanted to create some momentum. So I wanted to create several videos, right? Do all the post-production. All right, do all the post-production stuff, which is different this time than the last time, in that music and disclaimer and all that kind of stuff. I wasn't doing that. I didn't think I could do that, honestly, but I'm doing that this time, and so it's taking me a little longer than I anticipated. That's better. All right, so yeah, so it's taking me a little longer than I anticipated, but I'm following through. I'm being consistent. I'm here. And that's a part of where I give that salute, shout out to It's Just Storm, because those are the kind of things he says on his videos. It's like, man, you know, nobody can create this content but you know, or to say it's not going to get created by itself. You got to get on here and get it, you know. And sometimes you just get on here and talk, you know, just be yourself, you know. And so that said, I feel like I'm at that middle again. That's really where the title is coming from. I feel like I'm at the middle again, where, you know, last week was a little tough. Again, I'll speak about that in the next episode, where the title will be "Know When to Pivot." And I'm at this middle part where I've created these videos and I'm still working on, now I'm working on something new, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm working on in CapCut, you know, how to bring everything together and everything. And that'll be the template that I can then put on all the previous episodes to this one, going all the way back to the first. You know, put the music and all that kind of stuff. That's going to be beautiful for me. That's going to be a big thing for me. And, you know, I'm looking forward to, hey, my family and my friends who will, hopefully they will get an opportunity to sit, listen, watch, critique, whatever, comment, you know, congratulate, all that. Because this is a bigger step in terms of the things that I'm doing. And so I'm at the middle. I'm at the middle, right? And this goes back to a previous episode. Let me grab my notes. This goes back to a previous episode that I talked about. Hold on, I gotta find it. Tweaking where this was last week's episode, episode 8, session 7, where I talked about tweak and adjust. Sometimes when you are in the midst of going after a goal, working on a dream, working on a project or whatever, if sometimes you have to tweak a little bit and adjust. Adjust for fire. That's a military term. For any of you out there who are veterans, who are in the Army and stuff. That's good. That's good. Um, Sometimes we have to just adjust for fire. Sometimes when you're not hitting your goal, when you're not hitting your target, you have to stop, analyze. Okay, let me see what's going on. What can I do better? That kind of thing, and adjust for fire. Make adjustments where necessary so you can hit the target. Sometimes when we are working on our dreams, when we're working on our goals and stuff, if we don't stop, if we don't take time to breathe, we can become overwhelmed. I've become overwhelmed on a lot of things. And when I became unnecessarily, and I say unnecessarily because it necessarily wasn't necessary, right? Unnecessarily overwhelmed, that led to me quitting. That led to me giving up. That led to me just saying, "Oh, I'm done." So sometimes you have to tweak, and adjust. And in meeting and in getting here to the middle, and I'm saying the middle, right? In that it hasn't been that long ago since I started the channel, in terms of where I've come to so far, and what I've been experiencing in the last couple of weeks. Literally, what I've been experiencing in the last couple of months and the last couple of years. My life has been about reflecting. My life has been about grieving. My life has been about grieving the loss of loved ones, grieving the loss of relationships, just a lot of grieving. But God, you know what I'm saying? Who keeps me sane and helps me to keep, moving forward. Tweak and adjust. I'm at the middle. I'm trying to kind of go back and remember where I'm at, so I don't forget what I said. And you get to the middle. If you don't take time to breathe, stop, observe your surroundings, observe what it is you're doing, we can get overwhelmed, and that can cause us to quit or just really kind of do something silly. So I feel like I'm at the middle. That's what I feel like. I'm at the middle again, but this time I'm self aware. This time I'm able to regulate my nervous system, to slow down, if need be, to get silent, to gather my thoughts, and just see where I'm at. Okay, what is it that I'm trying to, what am I trying to accomplish? You know what I'm saying? What am I trying to accomplish? And figure out what I need to do to accomplish that thing that I'm after. So I'm at the middle, made these episodes, and what I'm endeavoring to do from this episode, because I thought about this earlier this week, I think, or actually towards the end of this week, is I'm not going to make any more episodes. I need to finish the template so that I can attach that template to all the previous 7, right? 7, now 8 videos, right? And then add descriptions so that the channel can go public. That's the whole thing right now that I'm working on. That's the whole thing I'm working on right now. That's the whole point of what I'm doing. I'm 3 videos over, actually like 3 or 4, because there's a set of videos, and I only say a set because there's two videos that I did. It's a special edition. I call it a special edition, where I shave my head. This is a new season in my life that I keep my head shaved. I bought I bought a shaver, an electric shaver or rechargeable, whatever, electric shaver or whatever. And every couple of days, I'm shaving my head. Why? Because my head is receding in the front. And for where I had it before, where there was hair on there, it just looked kind of funny. And I don't like that spray on hair crap that sometimes barbers put on your hair. I don't like that and stuff. So the fact that, and I'm see how I'm kind of pivoting, going straight into that. I was paying $40 to get my hair cut, and it was still costing me $40 when I was getting my hair shaved. So I figured, you know what? I can shave my own hair because it don't take no hairline, nothing special, whatever. Keep my beard and my mustache, that I've been growing all my life, 54 years of life. And don't intend on cutting off ever because it probably won't even grow back. But anyway, and so, I keep my hair shaved. Anyway, I made 2 videos because it took 2 videos. There we go. To record myself shaving my hair. So that's just extra kind of, it's not even, I won't even call it bonus. I guess it would be kind of a bonus, is bonus content. But those 2 videos on there, total, I have about 8 videos. So the goal is after today, not making no more content. Next week and week after that, however long it takes me, the goal is to finish the template that will go on top of all the videos, so that every time an episode drops, when you click on it, boom, you get the More Than the Smoke theme song, you get the disclaimer. I'm really proud about that. Shout out to my brother, Chef Track. And I might be calling my own brother's name wrong, but anyway, shout out to my little brother. He made that song for me, and so I'm looking forward to sharing it with the world. So yeah, the goal after today is to finish those templates, add the descriptions, and make the channel public. And that way I will have 8 episodes that, 8 episodes, 9 episodes. I don't know how am I saying that? 8, 9 episodes. I got 8 videos, so 8 sessions, right? 8 sessions that you who will come across this content will be able to binge on a little bit. And then all I got to do is going forward each week is drop 1 video. Boom, I'm adding the template. Boom, I add the description. Bam, and I hit it. Publish it on the upload it to the channel and stuff. Again, the goal was to create momentum, consistency, a sense of faithfulness, for myself in doing this. And a sense of discipline. I've learned a lot in these now almost 4 years, right? 4 years. Wow, 4 years. Since 2022, 23, 24. Nope. 23, 24, 25, 26. Yes, almost 4 years. It'll be 4 years this year. 4 years this year in September since my wife passed away. And the huge turnaround and pivot in my life and all of that, the different things that took place in my life after my wife passed away. It's been like 4 years. And God has been good. And I've learned a lot. I'm still learning a lot. And and I'll be talking about that in future episodes, giving a little snippets about certain things that happened and how I overcame, how I pushed forward, and I don't consider myself a victim. I consider myself a victor in that I am victorious, you know, that despite what I've been through, I'm still here. And I'm grateful to God for life. You know what I'm saying? So today's episode is about is called the middle, and that's what I'm saying. I feel like I am. I'm in the middle, and there is some tweaking and adjusting that is necessary for me to push forward. Right? Talk a little bit about this cigar. Let me taste some. What notes do I taste? Cocoa. Let me see. What was I supposed to get out of there? Supposed to have been some cocoa. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Cocoa, cedar, and earthiness is what I'm getting out of the La Gloria Cuban Serie R. If you have smoked this cigar, tell me a little bit about your experience in the comments. I'm still in the coming out of the where am I at? Coming out of towards the first third, somewhat. It's a slow. It's a slow burn, but I'm enjoying it. So that's where I'm at. I'm at the middle, and many of you might be at the middle, in terms of something you started, and where you may find yourself right now. You might be in the middle. You might be a third of the way into it, or a quarter of the way into it, halfway into whatever it is you are endeavoring to accomplish, or to work on, or whatever, and you can get discouraged. It's the middle where you can get discouraged, where you can be like, man, I don't know about this, and that's why I give that shout out to my man. It's just Storm, because those are some of the things that he talks about. A lot of the things that he talks about in his video, like, man, you're gonna get discouraged, you ain't gonna feel like doing it, but yet I'm here. I'm here, one, because of God, because He allows me to be here. I'm here because I feel like this is worth it. More than the smoke is worth it. Being here. And again, just real quick, if you have just joined me, welcome to another episode of More Than the Smoke, where status disappears, but the smoke stays the same. I am your host, Jaman, and we are talking about the middle. Being in the middle of those things that you're working on, and how to sometimes tweak. Last week's episode was tweak and adjust. Sometimes those things that we're working on, we have to tweak them and make adjustments, so that we can push forward in going after what it is we're trying to accomplish. Talk about some cigar content here. Let me say this, here on More Than the Smoke, I give you some cigar content in that I have not been in this part of this culture long. It hasn't even been a year yet. It'll be a year towards the end of this year as well, that I've been a part of the cigar culture. But I have learned a lot, and I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot about myself in this culture, and I'm appreciative of the people who have made my entrance into this culture very enjoyable. So I forgot where I was going. I wanted to give a little. I wanted to give a little content. I forgot what I was going to say. Let me get back to what I was saying first about the middle, where we are. So I'm making adjustments where necessary, so that I can continue moving forward. The goal is to make this channel public in the next few weeks, because after today, I'm not going to make any more episodes. So the next couple of weeks, I'll just be doing, finishing up, creating that template, putting that template then on every previous video, adding descriptions, and then boom, making the channel public, sending links to my family and friends, who hopefully they will like and love the content. If you have already come across this content, that maybe by the time you see this, I'll be 15 episodes in or whatever, and the channel will already be public. And so if you like what you're hearing, you like what you're experiencing, I ask that you like, share, and subscribe. Push that notification button for when new episodes are uploaded. So, like I said, I was going to give some content, some cigar content, but I forgot exactly what I was going to say. Hold on a second. For the consideration of time, I'm 45 minutes into this video. I hope I've said something that has been encouraging, has been inspirational for you who will come across this content. And again, that if you like it, you'll share, you will subscribe. Hit the notification button so that you will be notified when new content is uploaded. What was I going to say? What was I going to say? I don't know. I was talking about my man. It's Just Storm, and I don't know how encouraged I am by his videos. The encouragement of his videos helped me to make my videos. And if you have not, if you've never heard of him, I strongly suggest that you go by on YouTube and plug in It's Just Storm and check out his videos. That brother is very encouraging, very inspirational, and I think he is inspiring a lot of us new content creators to get on here and create, make our mark, in on social media, make our mark in how I would say make our contribution to the earth, what I'm saying, for our existence, what I'm saying. There we go. So the middle, don't quit. That's what I'm going to say. Don't quit. Whoever you may be, male, female, child, adolescent, teenager, don't quit. You get to the middle, and things are not going the way you want them to go, and it's getting blurry or whatever. You're getting discouraged. Don't quit. Stay at it. Follow through. Be consistent. You know what I'm saying? And you will find yourself accomplishing what it is you are looking to accomplish in no time flat. I don't want to be on here too long. I still haven't finished this stick. I think I'm gonna just I'm gonna finish up what I'm talking about here. Put this out. Take it with me in terms of where I'm going this evening, and then I'll finish it off and stuff. I encourage you to look forward to the next episode. That will be episode. Let's see, 7 is 8. What did I say? This is episode 9. Yeah, this is episode 9. So the next episode will be episode 10, session 9. Yeah, that'll be session 9. And that'll be some weeks from now. That'll be probably sometime in April, because of what it is I'm trying to accomplish, and I'm going to accomplish it. I've come very, very far. I don't say what I'm about to say to brag or anything like that, but it is true. I do not look like what I've been through, and been through a lot in the last 4+ years. Again, loss of my wife, loss of family members, not because they passed, or the family members that I'm talking about are my in-laws. That's a whole nother chapter, that's a whole pod, that's a whole episode by itself. And even if and when I do speak about that and them, I will be sensitive, because my intention is not to, you know, cast stones. It is in no way to, talk about them in a bad way or anything like that. But I would just be sharing, hey, this is what I've been through. This is what I came through. This is what happened. This, that, and other. This is how I reacted to different things that happened to me. So I'm in the middle because I showed up. That's the other thing I want to encourage you on. Keep showing up. Keep showing up. Week after week, day after day, month after month, episode after episode. Keep showing up. I showed up and I'm in the middle, but I'm moving on. This week's episode, I can count it as a check. I did it. I came on here. I talked about what I wanted to talk about. Hopefully, you got something out of it. And as I said, it can be a check. Another episode down. Now I'll be waiting for next week's episode, and it could change. But I'm thinking next week's, well, not next week, the next episode. We'll see. Will be the title will be know when to pivot. And so I guess there was a lot I could have said, but it's okay. It's not about being perfect. It is about being consistent. And so I hope you've gotten something out of everything that I have said. Tell me in the comments what cigar you may have been smoking during this episode, what you may have been drinking. As long as you're over 21, you can do whatever you want. You know what I'm saying? And the disclaimer that I have or will have, is going to make sure that I cover all that. This is for entertainment purposes only. I'm not a legal profession, so you won't be getting no legal advice. I'm not a medical profession, so you won't get no medical advice. And I'm not a financial professional, so you won't be getting no professional advice on here or financial advice on here. This is strictly entertainment for entertainment purposes only. I'm not trying to promote smoking and all that kind of stuff. I'm not. But it is a part of the content, and my goal or my desire is that you enjoy yourself while you are listening to this episode, wherever you may be, whoever you may be, wherever you may be in the world. I'm gonna get ready to get off of here because, as I said, I got somewhere to be in a little while, and want to be on time for that. Come back next week. Come back next week or the next video. It'll come up. It's gonna come up. It'll be on here. Again, today's title was The Middle. Sometimes we find ourselves at the middle of the things that we are doing in terms of when we started, in terms of and to where we come to in the middle. And if we don't slow down, tweak, make adjustments where necessary, sometimes that can cause us not to be able to accomplish the things that we are after. But if you make those tweaks and adjustments, it allows you to continue pushing forward in the thing that you are endeavoring to accomplish. I've been smoking a La Gloria. Let me show you the wrapper. This is what I've been smoking. The La Gloria. I know it ain't. It's not clear because it's not clear to me. There we go. The La Gloria Cuban, right? Series R. That's what I've been smoking on. I'm working towards the middle third. I've tasted cocoa notes, chocolate notes, cedar, and earth. Your experience may be different than mine. You may taste something else. Hardly no spice or no pepper. No pepper. But I have endured. I have enjoyed it this time, in that I'm paying attention to it, that I can talk about it. I've enjoyed it this time. Let me say quickly. Here's the cigar content that I wanted to give. And so sometimes in previous episodes, I've talked about how I critique my cigar experiences. I talk about sometimes whether a stick is box worthy, meaning I would buy a box of this, or I say humidor worthy. And what I mean by humidor worthy is, to me, that means it means I definitely enjoyed the stick. I would purchase the stick again. And so if I say a stick is humidor worthy, that means I will buy a minimum of 5 to a max of 10 sticks. That I would carry this cigar in my humidor. This is not one of those, though. The fact that I can give a proper and fair critique of this stick, it's definitely not box worthy, and I would not say it is humidor worthy, but I'm enjoying it for now. You know what I'm saying, for this session. And it's a good stick. It's just not necessarily my stick. I would even say go even further and say no stick is bad. It's just not your stick, because the stick that you would call bad, it would be good for somebody else. So it just means it's not your stick. This is not necessarily my stick, but I'm enjoying the stick now. And so I'm at 57 minutes. I don't want to necessarily go over an hour. Come back next time and enjoy more than the smoke, where status disappears, but the smoke stays the same. I'm your host, Jaman. I hope that I have said something that has been encouraging, that has been inspirational to you, something that has inspired you to keep going. Keep being consistent. Keep showing up. Keep going after your goals. Keep going after your dreams. And making those small tweaks and adjustments, so that everything that you are endeavoring to accomplish, you will accomplish. Continue to have an awesome evening, morning, wherever you have come, wherever you're watching this at the time that you're watching this. Enjoy your day, your evening, your night. Be blessed, be safe, and I'll see you next time. Peace.